Alright, in this video, I'm going to discuss the difference between citizenship by exception, special contribution, and donation. There are three different types. They have some overlapping features or similarities in the framework, but you can look at some real quality unknown passports. When I say unknown passports, unknown CBI passports, right? They are not reputed as pure CBI. These are very important strategic countries, Plan B countries with respectable travel, extraordinary access, strong citizenship, and these don't really compare with some of those off-the-shelf CBI options. CBI options, in my opinion, and none of this is immigration advice or legal advice, but CBI options, because of the reputation of being a purchased passport, sometimes for some programs, the credibility is questioned at the bank. While traveling, you really don't feel proud when you're carrying those citizenships. And certain options, when they're asking you for listing all your citizenships, some of these ones can instantly create a bad impression. It could also trigger a red flag, and a lot of respectable rich people don't want to deal with that stigma. They don't want to be associated or connected with a CBI profile. Now, the countries that I wanted to discuss, the first one which comes up very often is, let's first discuss the exception criteria. Right? In exception, you have countries like Latvia that are known, right? There are a lot of countries, at least a dozen countries, that provide citizenship through the exception route. Of course, you need to have the right connections. But even beyond the connections, it's then about the money that we are talking about. Realistically speaking, for most people, at the high end, you have something like a Latvia where this is possible, but the volumes are higher. My focus is going to be Serbia, because Serbia is a neutral country. It's neither West, it's neither towards Russia. It maintains a very neutral balance. It's a beautiful country, a strong, reputable passport, a good citizenship. Now, Serbia is known to provide citizenship by exception. This is not for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You either need to have a strong financial contribution, right? A financial dedication to the country, or you have the right skill set, or you're doing some service to the country. Then it's all about documenting that process, and you want a specialized attorney, right? So we have a specialized attorney in Serbia that deals with the exception scenario. So you want the good documentation in place for it to succeed, and then it's the respective interior ministry that examines it and makes a decision. This is not a passport for sale. It's not a CBI program. This is through the exception category. But the point I'm trying to make over here is that when you compare the financial thresholds with something like a Latvia, it's much more reasonable and practically possible for a lot of you guys watching this channel. So that is a very respectable passport and citizenship. The second one on this category is Georgia, not too far away, right in a similar kind of a region, in the Caucasus region. Georgia is a beautiful Plan B option. Yes, the citizenship can be directly purchased. It's a brand new program. It's only for certain nationalities and currently only open to one certain nationality, where you can obtain this passport through a donation. They call it special contribution, but it's sort of, in theory, in a sense, it's more like an investment, right? You pay them, you donate some money, they give you the passport, but it's for the true benefit of the country. And I think the marketing really makes the difference. So they are not calling it a citizenship by investment. This is citizenship by special contribution to the nation of Georgia. And the money that we're looking at is 250k euros of donation. It's not a bad amount for that kind of a country, right? For that kind of a passport. Extremely reputable citizenship. If you get the Georgian nationality, they're going to be limited in number. It's not going to be unlimited like some of the CBI options. So exclusive special option for the right kind of people. Fairly straightforward, because at least in Serbia, you got to prove a couple of things or a combination of things. But with Georgia, it's a special contribution. So you can look at this nationality. Not for every person, not for every citizen. It's for certain people. Hopefully they provide more details on other nationalities in times to come. But currently they're sort of testing this program out. What I particularly like about Serbia and Georgia, and a commonality, is that the passports, their passports are red in color. A lot of people are obsessed with red passports or green passports. They already have the blue one. So the blue one and it's about getting something different. It really feels good when you have the diversity in your pocket, maybe in your back pocket. So those two options are really good. A third option, which is a critical one, I really think this is a beautiful one. It's a new one, and it's half the cost, approximately half the cost. 105K is the actual purchase price of the passport, and it does not sit with the other CBIs. This is different. I'm going to discuss why this is different. It's, I think, in my opinion, a slightly better deal than these two passports, right? Because when you're talking about these two, you're talking about something in the range of 200 to 50 plus. But with the one that I'm going to mention now, it's only 105 plus some processing fees. The three of the main advantages of the passport that I'm going to discuss in this one is it has access to UAE, UK, Ireland. These are strategically important countries. If you want to gain a residency from Ireland, get the Irish nationality, you want to initially go and do your setup, you want a visa free, you want a quick, easy entry on a layered option. Now, if you don't know what layering means, you can hop onto this video. I've talked about this concept in detail. A lot of rich people like to do this for protection and privacy. And let's say you get this for layering purposes, nice and neat passport. This is the passport of Nauru, by the way. It's a CBI program, but the thing that makes Nauru different is that it's not a branded, it's not a known, it's not a busted option like some of its counterparts that sit in the CBI category. It's a relatively fresh and an unknown program. And as I said, the key over here is the price. Price is approximately 105 with some additional processing fees. Now that isn't bad. If you want to include family, you can include siblings, parents, children. So you can literally easily make up the number 4, right? 4 is the number. For 4 people, it's going to be that price. So let's say 145, 141, 145 for 4 people. Reasonable per passport. You get this for layering purposes. Let's say you enter UAE, or let's say you do UK, or you do Ireland. You can establish residences in these different locations and then eventually naturalize and get the real strong passports from the countries where you're naturalizing. But this will help you with that entry. This will also help you with layering and tagging. Some of the very vital options that you can tag on a Nauru is something like South Africa, a lifelong dateless permit. A lot of people are afraid of the safety situation. That's why it's flexible, doesn't expect you to be there all the time. Go there once, pick the option, then you have 5 years of freedom, flexibility, and then you can apply for your South African nationality. Same thing with Mexico. Initially, there's flexibility. In the final 2 years, you spend the minimum physical presence. You can naturalize over there. You can naturalize in Ireland. So you have multiple benefits that you can strike with one single citizenship. That way, you don't have to expose your home country nationality. You can leave it where it is, and the Nauru can take you to all these different places, and you can set up your rich portfolio. You can have financial freedom, privacy, and protection all with that combination. And we have attorneys that work in different jurisdictions. We work on different combinations, one or more options, and all the things that I'm talking about, we have attorneys in different places. You can always click the link, book a call. We can discuss the best combination and get you started with the option of your choice. Now, what is the winner out of the 3? I think the winner on this list is, if I had to just pick one, if price was not a consideration, then definitely I would go with the Serbian passport. It has a lot more to offer. The second on this list, I have to pick Nauru here, right? Because it's cheaper. It doesn't really compete with that 250k euros of Georgia. Nauru is a slightly stronger passport than the Georgian passport. Although Georgia has some exotic access, it lacks some of the features of the Nauru passport. So for that reason, I will give it to Nauru. And the second thing with Nauru is that it's open to most other nationalities. Unlike Georgia, Georgia is limiting the program to a certain type. But for the masses who are watching this channel, for you guys, I think the most important one would be Nauru, because it's more accessible. You don't have to prove anything. It's simply a small donation, or a smaller donation. I shouldn't say anything is small. Obviously, it's some money to think about. However, because this is the cheapest program and offers you a unique combination, you're getting limited access, but you're getting premium access with the Nauru passport. So that has its own unique value. All right, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which passport is the best one out of the three that I have discussed? I'm going to cover the Georgian program in a lot more details. Any update to the Georgian program, you would be the first one to be notified if you're subscribed. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and catch you in the next one.